That's what we're here to do today, and over the next couple days is pick up a new Bronco. So here it is. How's it going? All right, guys, so just finished the test drive. Just bought the vehicle. Here's the current situation. There's the problem. Okay, so you've been working on this thing for what, a half of a day now?
Essentially, yeah.
And what have you found so far that's broken?
So when we pull in the shop, she's running about 6 cylinders, 6 out of 8, so that's not bad. We pulled number 1 spark plug. She's gapped about 80 thousandths. That's about 40 thousandths too much.
Oh.
So we re-gapped that one. We picked up another cylinder, so we were 7 out of 8. I'm like, okay, so tune-up is in order. And we were like, okay, let's see what else is going on here. Kind of getting an overall health check of the vehicle. Take off these custom C-clamps for the
Oh, hell yeah.
air cleaner here. It's custom, can't buy that. And then we had another little surprise. It's all oil.
And that's my filter.
This is your air filter. So she's struggling to breathe. She's saying, help! Motherfucker, I can't breathe. So that's bad.
Is that where you're at so far then? That's
well, kinda. So after we
after
we fixed that one plug, we kind of revved up a little bit just because we could hear it still had a miss. We want to see if we would clean up at all. And I noticed a large amount of carbon deposits across the floor. So we proceeded to rev it up some more, and this thing was rolling coal like it was a full-blown diesel. It was ridiculous. She obviously is running super rich because this is plugged. So we're also thinking, since he drove 2,000 miles, we don't know if this is a new development or an old development, that the cat's probably junk now. So we kind of got a lot of stuff to do. We're gonna start it up with a tune-up, see if we're running all 8 cylinders. We might also do a compression test and kind of go from there. See if because of the plugged cat, we have too much back pressure, which is causing her blow-by. It's gonna be a process of elimination, essentially.
And it sounds like what Banker was saying then is I need to get a catless Y pipe, correct? To
For
eliminate.
off-road use only.
Yes, because it's only going off-road. That's what the lift kit's for, the wheels, all of it, off-road use only. And then also a new intake, correct?
Well, unless you want to keep the custom C-clamps. You know,
seems kind of sketchy just looking at it.
we could, if you don't want to spend the money, we can go to the junkyard and get you a new one.
So get her cleaned, and then an oil change too, because
oh yeah, dude,
that oil was bad, wasn't it? Banker was saying it looked like it was either really old or diesel oil or both.
Dude, this is blacker than my soul. Like, and considering you said you're adding oil the whole way,
yeah.
I mean, this is like straight up smells dirty.
Alrighty, yay.
So we'll put a little bit of time on this oil and dump it again.
Sure.
Because it's just so bad. There's probably a lot of crap in the pan, so we kind of want to do like a flush. And cross our fingers and our dicks that she's a healthy trunkie still and just needs some help.
Needs some help, all right.
Our spark plugs look, we got 1 out of 4 that's running respectable. The rest you can see are running really rich. Generally what you're looking for, I mean the electrode on this is pretty worn down, the strap is pretty worn out, but you want like a nice tan color that's, I mean it's running Stoich, your ideal air fuel mixture. When they're all sooty like this, you're running way too rich and your spark's probably really weak. What was your mileage? Did you track your gas mileage?
I did.
Oh, is it that bad?
Yeah, tracked it for at one point and then I stopped because I didn't want to know. I was getting like about 7 miles per gallon.
I believe it.
Miles or smiles? Never know smiles.
No, tears? How many tears per gallon were you getting, Jared?
Basically every time I hit a quarter tank, I had about 50 miles left. and I would see a sign that'd be like 15 miles until the next station. I would just pull over and go there. I played it safe rather than trying to, especially because I didn't know if the gas gauge was even correct, you know?
2 very boring minutes later.
Just think, you would have had a tune-up done the day you left. Someone else would have kicked that sign up. You wouldn't have overheated it, and you probably would have got 12 miles a gallon coming home instead of 7.
Damn. I'm taking you with next time.
Ugh. Just got the grungus.
Yikes.
You know, it's funny, you said that this got rebuilt 5 years ago, but then it didn't get driven much.
No, it hadn't.
These spark plugs beg to differ. They're telling a different story.
Damn Craigslist ads.
Unless they rebuilt the motor and reused the original spark plugs. Someone's buddy had a Bronco with a rebuilt motor. He's like, hey, let me get a photocopy of that paperwork.
Yep.
So I actually wonder if all 3 of these cylinders weren't firing. So see how the rest are kind of a decent tan color?
Yep.
It means, you know, the heat range, they were firing, you know, close to being ideal, being a decent tan color.
Mm-hmm.
But where they're
dark.
completely black, now you don't have a good ground source anymore.
So Blair's gonna get her all tuned up. We got a new cap, rotor, spark plugs, wires, and oil filter going in. None of that's very exciting, so we're not really gonna film much of it, but he's gonna get that done. We're gonna come back, start up for the first time, and see if the tune-up fixed anything or if it's just gonna be dicked. All right, guys, so we have to do a little bit of ad-libbing here because Lawson lost the footage, or Biggs, or Chalk, or me, or 18 of the other videographers that helped film this, but we don't really have the footage on figuring out kind of what was wrong, so we're kind of filling it in here to kind of let you guys know and keep up to speed with the storyline and what the hell happened. So got it in, we did everything, did the whole tune-up, still wasn't running right, so we decided to do a compression test. Tested one of the cylinders, tested the second cylinder, both of them only had 6 pounds of compression, and at that point we kind of just knew the engine was chooched. Like it was done. And it took me a second to process that and realize what that meant. Because like hearing that it's like only a couple of the cylinders or whatever, there's like low compression, it's like, well, I didn't necessarily know what that meant or anything, and it kind of just hit me all of a sudden later that day. And so I had a sit down part where I'd filmed and said basically, so here's what happened. And that part is obviously lost now, so here I am saying this is what happened. But there was a lot of needing to figure out then what I want to do for an engine. We actually for a while had, I remember the shot because I'm pretty sure I got it, but it was in front of the Bronco, hood open, 351 blown up inside of the engine bay, and it was like me, Banker, Blair, Sean was even there, and maybe a couple others. We were all just kind of talking, figuring out what the options were that we could do for an engine. And Sean kept pushing for, well, just get a reman 351, right? That's gonna be the easiest. You buy one, you plop it back in, so to speak. It's the same wiring, the same everything. That's what's gonna work the best. And those remanned engines, $2 or $3 grand, and you have a warranty too. So you have a 2 or 3 year warranty from either like Jags or Summit or something like that to go with the engine, and then you know you have a quality product. And that was kind of the route that made the most sense. But there are some other talks about like a Cummins swap and things like that, and that just really wasn't my style or my vibe or what I wanted to go with. So wasn't really feeling that option at all. So we just kind of had a lot of like figuring out to and exactly what we wanted. And I eventually landed on deciding that obviously it was gonna need a new engine, period. The one we had, we could have maybe done something with, but I didn't want to do something and then all of a sudden we're driving to Daytona again this year and it decides to blow up type of thing. So I chose the route I wanted to go, I committed to it, and let's just say that Sean wouldn't be too happy with the decision I made.